Good morning. Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good. Good morning, Carol. How are you? So good, I hope. So good. Hey, Keels. How are you? I hope everyone is well this morning. I hope. Hi, Linda. You are brand new here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You'll be so happy to hang out with us. We have ourselves a time and a half. So, Linda, if I could ask you a huge favor, if you would like and follow me and Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, that would be greatly appreciated. And then ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Ann Corbiere-Scott. One of the questions there is I ask for your email so you can be on my newsletter distribution list. And then you'll be part of the greatest group in all the land. I'm telling you. It's the most kind, generous, encouraging, creative girls. Boys are welcome. We don't have any yet, but they're welcome. So please be sure to ask to join us because it's you'll just be so happy. Everyone is so kind and it's shelter from the storm. Do you know what I mean? There's a big storm of COVID going on outside. And you know what? Inside there, we're just safe and making art and being nice. What could be better than that? Not much in this world. Remember, everybody, to get your drink, your hydration out this morning. So everybody make sure that you take a drink as we get ready to create. We have brand new artwork to play with today. Aunt Pauline. I'm super excited to share that with you. I do want to talk about, remember that this coming weekend is our artsy weekend. Remember, at the end of each month, we always have like a artsy blowout. So on Saturday, we have Let's Get Artsy with our Bibles, and we will be creating with this art printable traceable in our Bibles. I give you some washi tape drawing, a big piece of artwork, another littler piece of artwork, and this time I gave you 3 verses that you can play with. Or you can do your own thing. And then on Sunday, we're starting a brand new, we do art journaling, we do a 3-month gig where we do art journaling at the end of each month. It's 3 months for $15. It's the greatest. And each session, I give you a art printable that you can incorporate in your art journaling. And so we do at least 2 or 3 pages. Hi, Hetty, how are you? I'm so excited to see you here. What was the other thing I wanted to talk about? Oh. So, I got some mail this week. So I have my new Funky Fossil Designs artsy set of clear stamps. You see they're quite large. So I can hardly wait to play with these. They just got here. Oh, thank you so much, Carol. So what Carol is referring to is a private Facebook group called Ornamentally Yours. And they, I think there were 9 artists. I don't remember exactly, but whatever. Anyway, every now and again, we do these gatherings where we provide free classes, free art classes for 3 days. And it's the greatest. I'm telling you, I have the most talented friends. And so what I created was, and you can still join. So write that down, Ornamentally Yours. I created this banner, which I'm gonna put up this week. Whoops, let me see if I can move that. There we go. So I created the artwork for this banner, and I taught how I created it. And the artwork comes, you know, I'm all about everything on one sheet. Like you just print one sheet and you can make art from that. And so the artwork is in the Ornamentally Yours private Facebook group. And what you get is the tag and all of the pieces to create one banner piece. So be sure to, if you haven't already joined, be sure to join, because you'll have access to mine and all the other classes, and they're amazing. God bless Lindsay for organizing us to organizing this event periodically throughout the year, and it's just a blast. You'll have so much fun. I'm about halfway through all of the classes, so just know that you can watch the classes, just like my classes, you can watch them live or you can watch them on a replay. So no pressure if you missed. Good morning, Jane. How are you? So like I said, these are available for purchase now. They're called Artsy, and I have so many ideas of what I want to create with this. So they're available for purchase from Funky Fossil Designs. I will put their link on my website, or excuse me, on my Facebook page here. Or there's a place that you can get them in the States, and the name of that store is Frantic Stamper, and that is in Oregon. So there's that. Let's see, what else do I have to say? Oh, mail call. So I got a message from Jennifer, who's not watching now because I'm sure it's in the middle of the night, or I don't know, something in Australia. But she used to be able to watch us when we were at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but now she has to watch us on the replay. But that's okay, right? She's still with us. Anyway, she sent me a message and said, I meant to surprise you, but I meant to surprise you, but I got a message from the post office that said they were unable to deliver to your mailbox, your post office box. So she said, can you go check? So I went to the post office, and there was a note in my post office box, and it said that I had a package, and it was from Jennifer, and oh my goodness. So in typical Aussie style, she sent me a koala bear card, and then this lovely, oh my gosh, lovely note that just touched my heart. And then look at this. Stop it! It's a book all about Frida. Come on. Come on! I'm so happy. I'm just touched. No one needs to send me anything. I just, but holy tamale, I am so thankful and so grateful to have such creative friends that are thinking about me. That's the most important thing, right? You just want people to be thinking about you. So without further ado, let's talk about Aunt Pauline. So here is the one that I've already started painting. So I started with oranges. I kind of really don't know why. I don't know. I just kind of was feeling it that day. And so I'm going to, so I had shown this technique in my Ornamentally Yours class, where I just, let's see, let's get some water, get those paints, start them activating, where I just really loosely paint a couple of colors. Hey Sarah, hi Sharon. Right? So I'm just going to take some of this orange down here. And I'm using a water brush for this technique. All right. So I want to kind of deepen the colors in these. So I'm going to just show you what I did. So I just kind of started scrabbling some color, and then look at, I'm doing the same with the orange. So it's gonna just kind of blend, and oh, it's so pretty. So it's just another way to apply color, you know? Hey Jamie. Jamie, did you take all the classes on Ornamentally Yours? So I am just going to continue to build colors on here. This one is quite orange, but I wanted to get a little bit of the yellow in there. But I also wanted to show you that, like, with just those two colors, look, I can continue to, I made flowers with all, in many hues of the same two color combination. Did you really? That's so funny. That's so funny, Kills. I just, you know, I'm just enamored with flowers, and so so it's just quite random, right? So I'm just slowly building colors. But I want to do it, I wanted to do it quite loose because I really wanted that base color to still like peek through. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm just gonna try and soften those edges. Not all of it, but some of it. I really wanted some of it to shine through. Well, have a great visit, Sarah. Have a great visit. I'm sure you will. My parents said that it was like in the 50s in the Sioux, so downstate should be nice. So I'm feeling like I want to, this is so pretty, isn't it? It kind of looks like a marigold. So let me tell you about my Aunt Pauline. My Aunt Pauline is just full of grace. No matter what life threw at her, she handled it with grace. She handles, I should say. She's still with us. She's lovely and kind and funny. You know, that's kind of a that one's high on my priority list. So anyway, I tell the story in the description of when Teresa and I were little, we loved to go to Aunt Pauline's house because she lived in this great big beautiful house in Detroit, and she had these dollies that were just tremendous. And they had this trunk, and that trunk opened up like a wardrobe, right? So it opened up tall and skinny. And there were racks that had little tiny hangers, and it was just filled with all kinds of doll clothes. And then there were drawers on the bottom, and the drawers were filled with shoes and accessories. Oh my gosh. Teresa and I could, please, hours. They also had, remember the phone extensions where you could call like different parts of the house? So my uncle would go downstairs in the basement with Teresa, and I would be upstairs with my aunt, and we would talk to each other. We thought that was hysterically funny. And we got to stay with them during one of the Apollos, and now I don't remember exactly which one. I'll ask Aunt Pauline if she remembers that. I think that my parents had gone to a funeral, and we got to stay with Aunt Pauline and Uncle Al, and we just had ourselves, oh my gosh, we just had ourselves a time. And then as my life, you know, I got older and life went on, she was a role model, and I don't know that she knew that she was a role model to us. She just handled herself with such grace, and is forever our lovely aunt. That's for sure. Don't you think that might be the way it is with lots of people who are role models to you? They don't even know that they're a role model. Do you know what I mean? I think sometimes it just kind of, something about that person is just catches your eye. And then you watch with interest, you know? And for me, it was all about like, how did they handle themselves, and how did they, especially in difficult situations, how did they handle themselves, and how did they handle others? Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's such a huge thing, isn't it? And how did they treat others? And she always treated everyone with such kindness. That's for sure. Me too, Michelle. Me too. Me too. She set the bar high. That's for sure. Exactly, Keely. I am such a, oh my gosh. I believe in that so wholeheartedly. Hi, Carol. You must be new here. I am so happy that you're joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm going to do some pretty deep orange here. I'm just going to start building up my depth here in my little stippled areas. And I just feel like that little bit kind of goes a long way, you know? You can just really start to see the depth. Remember, we can apply some paint, and then we can always go back, because it's watercolor, we can always go back and soften those edges. That's the beauty of watercolor, I think. So, Carol, since you're new here, if you would be so gracious as to follow and like Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We would greatly appreciate that. And then ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott. And that is, I know I brag about it, but seriously, you guys are the best. So ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott. One of the questions is I ask for your email, so be sure to send that my way, because then you are on my newsletter distribution list, and then you get like sneak peeks and reminders of what's happening in the artsy world of Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs. This is already looking so much better. Like I'm really feeling the depth grow from this. So now I'm going to come in and do the same here. Oh, loving it. So I also printed this morning and foiled it. So people who are new here, my whole gig is that I create art printables that you can create 3 cards with 1 sheet. So each sheet has a slimline, an A2, and an independent piece of art, and then at least 2 sentiments. So then you can cut those out and create 3 cards. And what could be better than that? Not much, I tell you. Not much. Anyway, I also teach lots of artsy classes, and they are all on my website, and Corbiere-Scott There we go. And Corbiere-Scott Be sure to just go over and check it out. I have all kinds of artwork, and you get to read about all my amazing family and friends, that's for sure. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, every Tuesday and Thursday, we meet here and we do a little pop-in paint party. And we create with my art printables. And we just chat and create. Nothing could be finer, I don't think. That's for sure. And so we just play with some new techniques or old techniques or whatevs, right? Oftentimes water-based products, but you know what? It could be, we could change it up. We're not locked into anything. We just like to make art and artsy cards, right? So, let's see, what else is new? Jeff goes to get his 2nd vaccination today. We're super excited about that. So Carm, he's already drinking all of his smart water. Let's see. These last 2 up here to play with, to add some a little bit of deeper orange. So I'm going to show you my new people. I'll show you my technique. Old friends, you just act like you never heard it before. Like it's brand new information. So I like to start with a watery wash of color and then build, slow build. We don't create art cards in a hurry around here. We don't paint in a hurry. We don't create in a hurry. He is smart, Carm. He is. And he's darling. He's smart because he listens to the advice of Carm, right? Drink that smart water, that alkaline electrolyte water before that 2nd shot. I didn't have any side effects, so I'll be able to tell you for sure on Thursday if it worked for him. I'm thinking he'll be okay. Okay. So like I said, I start with a watery wash of color, and then I just slowly build the depth by slowly adding. Hey Jan, how are you? So we have some new friends here, so I'm sharing with them my slow painting technique where we just start with our watery wash and then we just slowly build our layers of color. So we just, for these, like I said, I'm using the same technique that I used in Saturday's Ornamentally Yours class, where I just loosely fill my space, whatever I'm painting, with two colors or three, whatever you want. Do you know what I mean? So I just loosely, and so I just fill it with two colors, just kind of random. And then I come back and I start to build my depth by applying a deeper shade of color right in there where I've already created a love letter to depth with some stippling, right? So we're just going to come back where the stippling is and we're just going to add some deeper color. And I'm just, you know what? I'm just kind of changing it up. I'm using my water brush instead of my round brushes this week and last week, I think. I don't know, I was just feeling like it's time for a little change. No particular reason. Not trying to make a statement. Just painting. Right? So we just come in and we build that. And I know it looks really splotchy right now, but then watch. We'll come back. Did we get everything on there? Right here, I think. All right. Just stuck my finger in there. Of course I did. Okay, so now we're gonna come back with our, oh, thanks, Jan. You know what? The banner turned out so fun, didn't it? Oh, I'm just loving it. Okay, so now, like this one, we can really see our build with our orange. And now we're just gonna come back with a damp brush and we're just gonna jiggy-jaggy, and that's gonna soften that edge. And by softening that edge, that's where the nice, smooth blend starts to happen. The beautiful gradation of color, right? Oh, I forgot to say, so if you choose to, if you weren't a part of Ornamentally Yours and you'd still like to be a part, the password, so go to the Facebook, search Facebook gray subject line and type in the name Ornamentally Yours, and then click on it and ask to join. The password is Daffodil. And you'll be so happy. There's so much fun stuff there. All right, here, some that we can see how we're just gonna soften that now. And by softening that, we just start to create this beautiful depth. And then our flower looks so dimensional, and that's where we're going. That's what we want to see, right? And it doesn't take much. Any excess paint, wipe off on your paint cloth or your paper towel, whatever you have handy. Because remember, we're just we're softening. So we're kind of removing little bits of paint. But do you see how that, Oh, thank you so much, Carol. That means the world to me. It is the greatest, isn't it? I'm telling you, and we are already, like, I'm already starting to ponder my class for the fall. We'll probably do it in the fall and then again at Christmas time for the holidays. I'm telling you, We have the greatest group. Like, who's making their May baskets? Me. So my friend Michelle did May baskets as her class, and I did march around the maypole. Anyone else? Anyone else? And I have anonymously given flowers to friends on May Day. That's for sure. So, and I'm just going to tell you something. Michelle is like Pandora's box. When she does a project, she just, like, she starts out with a kernel of an idea and then it just blossoms into something huge. She shared all kinds of, hey Diana, how are you? Okay, so I'm wondering, can you see how just that little bit of, here we go, let's try it with this one. So do you see how deep this orange is, right, in comparison to this yellow? So now I'm just going to take, it's still a little bit wet, so I'm just going to start to soften that with that Jiggy Joggy, and then I'm going to wipe that off, and then come back out a little bit further. Jiggy Joggy. And remember, if you need to pull some of that color out, pull toward the line that's already there. And then just kind of work that color up into the line. And that is going to create, do you see that? Right there. See how that is going to create this beautiful, I hope that shows, this beautiful gradation of color, right? And that is how it automatically looks like there are parts of your petals that recede and parts that come forward. It's the greatest. So once that, oh, look at that. It's a perfect one right there. Remember I said just take your time. Just really kind of lose yourself in color for a little while. You'll be so much happier with your results if you take your time. It's not a rush, right? And remember to turn your paper as you create so that it's easiest on your hand. And I'm telling you, that will make a huge difference in your creating too. There we go. Let's do up here. Soften that edge. Keely, I got an invitation to Queen Bee Market yesterday in the mail. Did you? Oh my gosh, I was just flooded with memories. Keely and I went to Queen Bee Market. I think it was in Las Vegas. It was the best weekend. I'm telling you, it couldn't have been better. We stayed at a place where the Queen Bee Market was right there. Oh, thank you, Jan. That makes my heart happy. We went to see the Beatles' Love, Cirque du Soleil. I mean, come on. How can you get better than that? We went shopping. We had great meals. And the people at the hotel that we stayed at brought us a giant table into our room, and we just created and created and created. It was the greatest. We took an online class. Oh my gosh, we just had so much fun. We went to a great local scrapbook store in Vegas called the Paper Bunny. I'm telling you, we just had ourselves a time. That's for sure. And you know, isn't it funny how when you're in the midst of it, we just had a great time because we were together. But then we look back and we're like, holy tamale, we did so much in one weekend. That's where, remember I was telling you guys about the tomato leaf and mango perfume that I bought? That's where I bought it. And now she's out of business. So now I'm like, oh, I have to like just savor it. It's, oh my gosh, it just is the most unusual scent. I just love it. Oh, hey Laura, how are you? Good, I bet. How was Florida this morning? So good, I bet. And I think this way of painting flowers is nice because you kind of have by painting with two, we do always cram a lot. We do, Keely, but we have ourselves a time, don't we? And I'm telling you, that's not the only time that Keely and I have stayed in a hotel room and created art. We can cover every space, every windowsill, every flat surface with art. We have stuff drying while we're still creating. Oh my gosh, it's a crazy situation. But you know, when you have those times, you just feel so, you're just so full of inspiration. That's for sure. This is, oh my gosh, it's turning out so good, you guys. Just little by little by little. Oh, rainy days are the greatest. I think those are the greatest, like, creating days. Or reading. You know, either or. Yes, look at that. This is like the colors of like fire. I'm just loving it. I planted so many seeds this past weekend. Hey Keels, did you plant your zinnias yet? I just planted a whole bunch. I'm praying that I get something out of there. And dahlias and asters. I planted a whole bunch of seeds. I mean, I have my other flowers too that I bought, like flowering plants. But there's just something about planting from seeds, isn't there? Watching that whole process, I just love that. So just do that jiggy joggy. And that's just going to soften that edge. Wipe off the excess, then come back. Oh, okay. So do you start them in the house, or do you just wait until Mother's Day and start them in the ground? Here, I told you my dirt is terrible. Shush up, snow flurries. Are you kidding? It's supposed to be 93 today here in Arizona. Crazy, I know. I still haven't gotten in that pool though. Whatever. Jeff has, because he's nuts, but not me. I walk around my pool. Get a few steps in when I'm, yeah, my parents have rhubarb too. Oh, Keels, you make me giggle. See, plots are the only ways that we can grow things. But we're having really good luck this year, which is nice. Jeff's tomato plant has grown like, well, let's see, we bought that Easter weekend, and it's grown like, I bet, 8 inches just since Easter weekend. Crazy. Crazy. So I have a little bit of extra down here, and I think I'm gonna really pull that into the line so I get some nice, yep, look at that. Oh, loving it. Did I get everything? No, jiggy jaggy. I'm telling you, the magic of a damp brush with watercolor is tremendous. Oh, that's right. Good job, Keels. Everybody take a drink. Let's stay hydrated. Okay, so I want to deepen my greens on here. Oh, Carol, I have not tried growing it in a pot. Jeff doesn't like rhubarb, so that's a lot for just me to enjoy. I mean, I certainly could share with others, but I don't know that people down here like even, sometimes they don't even know about those delicacies of the Midwest. I could try, certainly. I'm going to Lucinda's today. Carm, are you going? I really want to get some lemons from her tree. There we go. So do you see, I know that looks really dark, but remember, we're going to come back and soften all of those edges. Rhubarb is such a, it is really yummy with strawberries. You're right. You're right, Hetty. Hetty is with us all the way from the Netherlands. Welcome, 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 Miss Hetty. Do you make like a sauce? I haven't watched it. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, Keels. I'm telling you, I love that show. You know why? Because it's just nice stories. I don't want to hear about fighting or, you know, my little hippie heart can't handle that. But I will totally... Gladiolas! Oh my gosh, those are pretty, aren't they? I remember people used to sell them like in a giant bucket on the side of the road back home. I'm just adding a little bit more green. Deepen it. Okay, so now I'm gonna set this one aside because we only have a few minutes left. And show you what I did this morning. Peonies, come on. Are they beautiful or what? like petals and petals and petals and petals. Oh, I just love them. Okay, look, this morning, so if you happen to have a Mink machine, it's worth the investment, I will say, because it is very user-friendly. But this one, I have to cut off the bottom, the little, the copyright stuff, because it'll foil it and whatever. So I foiled this one with aqua this morning. Isn't it gorgeous? Peonies were your wedding flower, Diana? Oh, so pretty. Mine was red roses and Queen Anne's lace, because Queen Anne's lace that's one of my favorites too, and it's a wildflower and it grows everywhere in Michigan. So this I thought would be super fun because I don't have a color of aqua. I wanted to share, I will have to mix my own colors, and I thought this was a good exercise in mixing your own colors. And so I need to find a palette, a clean spot, so to speak. Well, you know what I could do right here? Hey, Carm. So I'm going to take some of this turquoise down here, wet it, let's wipe out a clean spot. There we go. No way! That's so cool, Diana. Maybe we talked about that. Did we talk about that before? So crazy. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so here's my idea. So I'm going to take some of this turquoise over here, right? And this is, I'm using my Josie, and I'm going to add some green right next to it, and then some more turquoise. Mixing your own colors is, I'm just going to tell you, about the greatest thing in the world, because it's all your own. Do you know what I mean? That green was quite strong, so I'm having to add quite a bit of blue, of the turquoise, to kind of go where. So I'm going to test it down here. That's exactly what I want. So now I'm going to add some water to it so I can do my watery base. Oh, stop it right now. Look at that. So I am going to do my watery base of this aqua. Just stuck my arm in it again. Oh my gosh. Will you send me pictures, Hetty? I would love to see it. When we moved into the house that I grew up in, I mean, we lived in other houses that I grew up in, but the house that I lived the biggest portion of my life on Portsmouth, that house, when we moved in there, it was surrounded by tulips and tulips and tulips and poppies. It was, oh my gosh, and lilacs, so beautiful. I would love to see your beautiful tulips. I do have a tulip printable kind of started. I have some artwork that I've started, but I would love to see what you have. So I'm just getting my watery wash on here, which feels kind of dark to me. So I'm going to take my paper towel and press it into that and pull off a bunch of that color. Yep. I wanted it much lighter for my first layer. So I'm going to take some. So the Mink machine is a foiling machine, and I'm telling you, I love that thing. I didn't think I would love it so much, but I do. I'm painting on watercolor paper, on 90-pound watercolor paper, which is what I paint on almost all the time, Christine. How you doing? You're brand new here. I'm so glad to see you. How did you find me? Was it through Ornamentally Yours? So we are painting on my brand new art printable that's just debuting to society today. Her name is Aunt Pauline. So, there you go, Kills. Perfect. I really didn't think that I would love my Mink machine. Didn't think I would love foiling as much as I do, but seriously, it's so fun. So I feel like, you know what? I feel like doing this monochromatically might be super fun. Do you know what I mean? Like doing the leaves and the flowers all in aqua. That might be kind of cool. And you know, I love that 90-pound. I love that 90-pound watercolor paper. That's for sure. Okay. So this, when I drew this one, remember this is one of those continuous arts, so that when you cut it for the A2 and the slimline, the artwork is going to go all the way to the edge, and I'm like all about that. I just think that's super fun, and you know, lends itself to all kinds of creativity. If you are brand new here, would you please follow me at Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Follow and like me on all of those platforms. And I try to put myself and my team, the greatest team in all the land, we try to put creative content out there every single day. So be sure to do that. And then once you've followed and liked me on all these platforms, ask to join our private Facebook group on Facebook called Let's Get Artsy with Ann Corbiere-Scott. That is I'm telling you, it's the greatest collection of creatives and lovelies you've ever met. They're all so kind and so encouraging, and you'll just be so happy to be just part of that goodness. Like, everyone's just such good humans in there, and I just am proud to stand beside them, that's for sure. One of the questions I ask is to join the group is I ask for your email so that you can be on our distribution list, so be sure to do that. And what else? This weekend, we're having our artsy weekend with Anne. We're doing Bible journaling on Saturday, and then Inspire Your Heart with Art journaling journey on Sunday. And you can sign up for both of those classes on my website, Corbiere-ScottDesigns.com. And you can purchase any of my art printables there. I'm telling you, I can hardly contain my excitement. That's for sure. I just think this might be a fun challenge to just paint all in one color. Do you know what I mean? By painting all in one color and then really playing with depth, you know? I feel like this is going to really challenging my noggin, which is a good thing, you know? And the cool thing about when I foil these designs is that the stippling turns a color, right? So then the stippling is already the color that I'm painting, which is very cool. Very cool. So I think I'm gonna do the whole thing in aqua, like everything. And then come in and continue to build that as we go along. But I'm feeling like, into that little skinny corner. I'm feeling like maybe I would like to come in and do a little bit of what I did with this one, where I build with another color. So I'm feeling like I'm gonna come in with some turquoise, but just like really watery washy. Because that, look at that, that's already adding so much dimension. And it's just, it's so pretty, I can handle it. I can hardly stand it. I'm just pulling some of that over. Yep, that's exactly what I was dreaming about. Don't you have those daydreams about colors and look at the depth that already just, oh my gosh, so pretty. I'm gonna dry that and see what I can do with that. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Oh, Hetty, I can hardly wait for to look at all of your beautiful tulips. I'll be inspired to draw. That's for sure. Yep, that's looking exactly how I want it to look. So now while it's warm, I'm gonna take the time to break up those fibers. Remember we talked about roll that paper, that watercolor paper, roll it. And that's going to just work those fibers so that it'll lay flat. That is so pretty. Seriously, I can barely stand it. I can barely stand it. Oh, so pretty. So I need to finish painting these flowers. And then I can add turquoise to them too. But I like that turquoise and aqua are so complementary to each other, aren't they? They're like best friends, turquoise and aqua. That's what I think. And by adding, I'm telling you, by adding that turquoise, it just like immediately filled that with so much depth. Hetty, I love your creations with my funky fossils. That's for sure. Like I said, you know, it just takes things a while to get to me from England. That's for sure. All right. Let's do this little bud. Look how cute it is. Yep. All right, let's get some more. Some turquoise on here and then add lots of water. So I think I'm going to really kind of just like slather it all on here. There we go. That's just really adding some nice dimension. I'll come over here. Bye, babe. Good luck. He's off. He's off to get his second vaccination. Hi, Anne. How are you? Nice to see you. So we are painting on my brand new art printable for today called Aunt Pauline. So let's do you hear the gang coming down the stairs? Honestly. Oh, this one has way more water in it. There we go. Spread that color around. A little bit more. And then this one. Oh, you guys. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. So pretty. I just love it because that foiling just is like this beautiful iridescent color, you know? And that just, oh, it's gonna be just as much fun to paint as the oranges. Like it'll be just super fun. You know what? I painted these two on, I painted the Slimline and the A2 on this one and on this one. What was I thinking? Why didn't I paint this little individual flower? I don't know. I guess because that's the beauty. Like I could come back and paint that pink if I wanted. I could do whatever I want, right? So be sure to check out my Instagram this morning and Facebook, because Charmaine, one of my talented team members, created a card with this printable. Seriously, it's so beautiful. So I'm just going to tell you, you need to follow and like me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, because wait till you see what so Charmaine, the beauty of my team is that they're uber talented, but each one has their own distinct style. So wait till you see what Lauren created with I just wiped I just wiped paint on my iPad because I tried to move the I tried to move the comments. Whatever. Anyway, wait till you see what Lauren did with it. That is the beauty of my team, is that they all create the most amazing stuff. I'm telling you, like everyone has this creative mind that they see my artwork in such a way that I just, my heart bursts every single time. Every single time. I'm telling you, I'm gobsmacked, as my English cousins say. Are we over, Keels? Yes, whatever. Anyway, I hope that everybody is having a great day and that you will follow and like me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, that you will continue to drink your water, that you will find a place to paint today. Because you know what? I swear, now I'm looking at this, I'm like, I want to add a little bit of green, maybe a little bit of purple to this. As I look up at my iPad screen. I hope that everybody is having an amazing day. It's Tuesday and it's springtime. Whether outside or inside, it's springtime, right? Whether the outside, Mother Nature hasn't gotten the memo yet, you'll still be able to create. That's for sure. I adore you all. I'm so grateful that you take time out of your day to hang with me and to just chat and nurture our friendship. Don't you love that? Don't you love that? I sure do. I adore you all, and I will see you on Thursday when let's do some card finishing. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Hetty. 19, is that me 19 time, I presume? I bet it is late. I bet it is. I bet it is. I adore you. I adore you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye.